Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Screen Scene Guru, and tonight I'll be discussing a new Yorgos Lanthimos film. This is the first one I've watched of his works. This is Bugonia. Very interesting film. I watched this digitally on Prime Video. It's Amazon. Going into the premise here, we've got two conspiracy-obsessed men kidnap a CEO of a major company when they become convinced that she's an alien who wants to destroy Earth. So very interesting premise. I was really hyped up about this movie. It did release on October 31st, so on Halloween night 2025 came out. I didn't see this in theaters. I waited till it came out digitally. So let's get into this real quick. The cast, of course, we've got Emma Stone, who's doing really well right now. She's only 20, or I believe 37. She's already gotten 2 Oscars on her awards table. We got Jesse Plemons, who's a really good actor. I liked him a lot in Civil War and other things. He was in Battleship way back in the day. We've also got another new actor who I haven't seen before, Adrian Debus, who plays Dawn. I liked his character. Sad, tragic end. Also, we've got Stavros Hawkins, who plays a weird cop in the film. Elisa Silverstone plays the mother. So yeah, very interesting cast. Whole lot of stuff to go into. So it says it's available to watch on Peacock, which is really cool. So probably gonna see a lot of people check it out there. Like I said, also check it out on Prime Video. Let's see. IMDb is giving it a 7.4 out of 10. So that's pretty good. Rotten Tomatoes, it's got an 88%. So that's pretty fresh. Going into the story, I thought, we were really concerned about, what is the premise of this film with the whole conspiracy theorists in their basement. It seems like they're homeless, but they actually do have jobs. Working for this pharmaceutical company, boxing up equipment. Emma Stone, of course, plays the CEO of this company. So you see the drastic quality of lives they live. You also get to see Jesse Plemons talks about very interesting things in this film. He talks about frequency being used and the Andromedans. The Andromedans are coming in this film. Very much a tone of modern day hyperhysteria, mixed with a little bit of 1950s, 60s sci-fi, which I love. I really love that. I thought the spaceship was really cool. The chemical atmosphere they talked about. So yeah, really awesome stuff there, guys. I hope you guys check it out. Bugonia, I might even check out the physical media just to get the bonus features. I know I already purchased it digitally, which I normally don't do. But I definitely will probably check out the physical media as well, just to get a look into the director's mind, to see what he thought of that. I do want to go into, real quick, some of the most topic search things. So yeah, one thing that a lot of people asked, did Casey molest Teddy in Bugonia? Because there's a weird scene where this cop keeps on coming by Teddy's house. Teddy's one of the conspiracy theorists that kidnap the woman. So yeah, very weird that they keep on playing into that in the movie. Something I definitely hadn't expected or seen. But the town sheriff, also known as Teddy's childhood babysitter, Casey, curiously tries to befriend Teddy, apologizing, referencing a sexual assault he had committed against Teddy as a child. All of this childhood trauma acts as a weight on Teddy's shoulders. So very interesting little quid bit about the movie. Also, real quick. Other people ask, what is Bugonia about? So let's do that real quick. Bugonia is a dark sci-fi comedy by Yorgos Lanthimos, which I heard the rumor is he's dating Emma Stone. I'm not exactly sure if that's true. Correct me in the chat, guys, if you know. Two conspiracy theorists, base men who kidnap a powerful pharmaceutical CEO, played by Emma Stone, believing she is an alien responsible for humanity's woes, leading to absurd and chaotic events. They try to force a confession, exploring themes of corporate greed, conspiracy culture, what is this? Societal anxieties, okay, through its bizarre plot and surreal humor. So yeah, all that in a bag of chips, which is really cool. Let's see. Some people asking, was she actually an alien in Bugonia? So yeah, like the last 10 minutes of the film, I want to say is the real reason why Yorgos Lanthimos makes the movie. But let's go into this real quick. Yes, in the movie, Bugonia, Emma Stone's character, Michelle, is revealed to be an alien, specifically the Empress of the Andromedans, confirming the conspiracy theories held by the kidnappers and leading to humanity's ultimate demise. She uses her hair as a communication device and orchestrates Earth's end as a failed experiment. So very interesting stuff, guys, if you haven't checked this out already. And ladies, definitely check this out. Another commonly asked question real quick I want to go over. Why is it called Bugonia? So let's check that one out real quick. Bugonia is named for an ancient Greek belief that bees spontaneously generate from the carcass of a sacrificed ox or bull. Combining the Greek word for ox, bui, and progeny, gon or goon, the term refers to the myth of the ox birth, symbolizing renewal from decay, which serves as a central metaphor for the film's themes of corruption and new life emerging from corrupt systems. So, really awesome metaphor there, guys. It might have gone over a lot of people's heads. I think watching it a second and third time, maybe some of those messages might stick a bit more. Let's see. How woke is Bugonia? Some people asked. I wouldn't say it's that woke. But yeah, that's just some of the commonly most asked questions about the movie. The fact that Elisa Silverstone was in it, it's really cool. She was in a coma after trying a medical study. She played Teddy's mom. And it seems like Teddy came from a harsh background. You know, they mentioned his father ran away and never came back. So a lot of trauma there. They don't exactly explain how he got onto the path he was on of conspiracies. And then Don is just there along for the ride. He's kind of his slower cousin. So you feel kind of bad for him and his tragic fate. I don't want to go into everything. Spoilers, guys. Spoilers. But I did mention aliens, so already you guys know from the premise of the movie. And the thumbnail, hopefully. But yeah, really awesome. This is my journey of Yorgos Lanthimos. I do want to watch Poor Things, and I'm not really interested in Kinds of Kindness, even though I'm a big Willem Dafoe fan. I just heard that movie was kind of weird. I heard all of his stuff is weird, but I'm checking it out. Big fan so far. Going into some movie news real quick, guys. I have been watching a lot of stuff on Netflix recently. I started Witcher Season 4, but I'm going to be doing a separate video on that to dive on in. Talked about Doomsday stuff. IMAX has made a killing of $3.8 billion in the revenue box office. It's up 14% from 2023, so that's pretty good. That's due to the biggest revenue of new screens being added to IMAX. Ahsoka actor who plays Ezra Bridger may play MJ's boyfriend in the new Spider-Man Brand New Day. And that's really cool because there's rumor that he's going to play Harry Osborn. Wrecking Crew trailer drops with Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista. It looks pretty good, happening on Prime Video. So hopefully that's a good comedy that a lot of people like. This is actually not the first time Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista have worked together. They've worked together on C on Apple TV. K-pop Demon Hunters wins an award for Best Animation Film of 2025 at the Golden Globes. James Wan has claimed that he's willing to step up and direct Avatar 4 if James Cameron doesn't want to do it. Prime is working on a new Tomb Raider series. They announced the cast on Rotten Tomatoes, so you guys can check that out. Really awesome with Sophie Turner. Shooting begins in 2026, so this year, and hopefully it'll be out by 2027. We got the Tangled live-action Disney project, who they found their cast. Apparently, the Australian actress Tegan Croft and Milo Manahem from the Marvel Zombies musical are going to be the main people, Tangled, the scoundrel and the princess. And then, of course, we're going to get Catherine Hahn to be Mother Mogul, or Margle, depending on how you pronounce that. Michael Gracie is directing. So Michael Gracie, he's done a couple of things, like Better Man. He also did, I want to say, like the Bruce Springsteen biopic. I think he did that. A lot of outfits from the Avengers Doomsday trailer seem to be pointing towards a particular comic line called Time Runs Out. So a lot of people are picking that comic book up and reading it because of the certain outfits they're showing off for these Doomsday clips. There's a rumor that the TVA will have a big major role to play in Doomsday, which we've been kind of assuming that. A lot of the time travel technology they get is from Doom himself. So let's go in here. Vinegar Syndrome is releasing new titles for physical media, guys. Big fan out there of the discs. Real quick, this is probably a good time to... Okay, I'm back. And as far as horror movies are concerned, real quick, I'm going to be going into some of what I thought were two of the most interesting horror films of 2025. So real quick, I'll do my most liked one. 28 Years Later, really badass film. Got to give props to Danny Boyle, coming back from the original franchise. Ray Fiennes was really good in it. I thought from the trailers they kind of misdirected us from what we thought, Andrew Taylor Johnson's character was going to be like. Haven't gone into the special features yet, guys. Days into years, capturing the chaos, the survivors, becoming the infected behind the cameras. So really cool bonus features they got for the movie. They'll probably be checking out and putting on my TikTok. If you follow me on TikTok, you'll check that out. And Instagram. Probably not Facebook, though, just because it might get a copyright. But definitely my Instagram and TikTok. So yeah, really cool. Alex Garland wrote the story from Civil War. And he also did another film I watched this year, Warfare, which is very good. That was A24 released. So yeah, really cool movie. 28 years later. They do have the sequel out in theaters right now. 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, which I highly recommend people check it out. to support Warner Brothers films. Now let's go into a film I didn't like as much that also came out in 2025. This is Zach Cregger's Weapons. So, going to go into this film real quick. I feel like it was overhyped a bit. The explanation of some of the choices made were kind of weak sister, if you will. Twisted sister. Very cool cast. I mean, I'm not dissing the movie. Some of the special features they've got, directing Zach Cregger, making horror personal, weaponized, the cast and crew of Weapons, texture of terror. So, pretty cool bonus features with Josh Brolin. I'd like to check those out, definitely. And they have mentioned Aunt Gladys is going to get a sequel, spin-off series. I kind of went into this in a rant on my TikTok, where I was asking people, basically, if I were to go into the bonus features for these movies, which would you guys like to see more? The Fantastic Four bonus features or Weapons? I think I get more clicks with maybe Weapons, but I don't know. I'm currently uploading my Last of Us Season 2 bonus features, if anyone's interested in those. But yeah, I wasn't too thrilled with Weapons. I mean, it was alright, but I wasn't like, oh my gosh, I have to see. At first, when I heard about it, I was like, it's going to be so good. And then when I watched it, and I just thought, not that great. But those were some physical media, so I showed off. Now that we're done with Bugonia, let's go into, real quick, some more movie news. Vinegar Syndrome talked about releasing new title through Warner Brothers. Of course, the Criterion Collection is growing. New 4Ks, Blu-rays coming soon from Lionsgate Limited as well. So a lot of interesting sites you guys can check out. They do make discs on delivery on demand, so you basically order it on your website. They print out the disc, they print out the copy, slipcover, slipcase, mail it to your house, depending on the region you live in. George Feltenstein, working with WB Entertainment, has been a great help to all of us physical media lovers, so big shout out to him. He's made deals to make remasters easier to get than ever before, so really cool stuff there. Hammer Video is releasing Quatermass 1 and 2, so really awesome stuff there. Let's see, both One Battle After Another and Hamnet won Best Picture at the Golden Globes. NASA shut down a YouTube video off of Chris Bledsoe's channel, and apparently the Obamas are working on a new documentary about the Betty and Barney Hill case, which is really cool because they're actually related to Betty and Barney Hill. They're their great, I believe, uncles or aunts. So that's really cool, talking about that case. Also, a prophecy about the star Regulus, which is titled Regulus. Regulus is going to align with the Sphinx come Easter, and a lot of religious people are saying that that's going to be a sign. I'm not sure about that, but I'm just putting it out there. I am wearing the Bob Lazar, the sports model t-shirt. Going on, we've got a photo of orbs have been shared by the Skywatcher Ranch. And the orbs appear to have numbers in them, which might be coordinates, some people are saying. And depending on the quality of the video, they're saying these are 4K images. Very interesting to hear that orbs are being spotted with numbers. I'm not sure if this is a hologram situation or what people are talking about here. But let's go on. Let's see. The psychic phenomenon, multiple things are happening, so that has been addressed a lot more in the past couple days and weeks, months, because I think a lot more people are experiencing this stuff. Religions from all around the world have started to acknowledge the fact that these teachings were brought from the stars, from somewhere else. Avatar 3 earns, let's see, $342 million in its fourth week. So really awesome. The Avatar 3 is killing it in the theater. I've yet to go. I'm waiting till my local area. Nobody's really there. Anaconda is doing pretty well at $54.2 million. And it's only in its second week. Well, technically it's its third, because it did have a release on Christmas. We've got Sing Song Blue earned $31 million, so good for Hugh Jackman. The Running Man is going to be on Paramount Plus. It is currently on the streaming service. If you guys have Paramount Plus, it's there. It's free to watch, so I highly recommend it. It is a Stephen King adapted book, so some people are going after it. Some people are saying it's great. I guess Sylvester Stallone, not Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger saw it himself. He gave it his flowers, so that's really cool. Hamnet is playing globally, all around the world. Hamnet is playing, so that's really cool. Anaconda, like I said, made money. It made $55.8 million internationally, which is showing Jack Black is killing it into 2026, riding a huge wave thanks to Warner Brothers mostly with Minecraft, and of course he did, what else did he do? I think he did, I don't have it in my notes, but he did a lot in 2025, which I want to say he did Borderlands, he did Minecraft, and then something else. I can't remember. Oh, Mario Brothers. He did Mario Brothers. Was that in 2025? I'm not sure. Going on, we've got Golden Globes 2026. HBO Max led with the creative showrunner. He or she talked about the Heated Rivalry show from Canada was a #1 most streamed series. So that's really cool. Adam West Batman series is 60 years old, which I actually have the Blu-ray of all. I believe there was 3 seasons. There might have been 4. But I might start watching that again and uploading it to my channel. If you guys like that Adam West classic Batman television show, it is 60 years old, so it's officially as old as Star Trek. Doctor Who made it up there a few years ago. So really cool IP franchises. Black Panther 3 to be officially titled Shadows of Wakanda. So that might mean it's a darker story. It is supposed to be our first Marvel film after Secret Wars, supposedly. This is just rumors here. And we did get to hear that, what's his name? The guy who worked on all of the Black Panthers, all of the Creeds, Ryan Coogler, is working on an X-Files series. So that's really cool, redoing X-Files. I have been watching this Dave Duchovny show, Secrets Declassified on Disney+. If you guys haven't watched that, I highly recommend that. It's pretty cool. Creature Commandos Season 2 officially in production, and James Gunn has announced that the timeline officially has changed. Now Season 2 of Creature Commandos is going to be taking place after the events of Peacemaker Season 2. So what do you guys think about that? Kind of connecting the dots a little bit more, because a lot of people were asking, what does Season 1 have to do with anything in the new universe? I mean, it's kind of set in the past, but Waller shows up and other characters, so very interesting. Stranger Things documentary is on Netflix, so if you guys are waiting for that Pit Ultimate episode, that last 9th episode that never happened, there is a documentary special you can feast your eyes on, and I'm probably going to check it out. So going on, let's see what else we've got. A little bit left. Pedro Pascal was rumored to play Captain Price in the Activision Call of Duty game, being shot by Taylor Sheridan. And I know he's just kicking ass right now in Landman. They've announced it's going to get a season 3. I haven't watched this new season, guys. I've been waiting to catch up, and I'm going to start watching it. Tim Burton is going to direct a Attack of the 50-Foot Woman remake with Margot Robbie. I think this is a really good idea for him to do after Beetlejuice, of course, and the new Wednesday series. I just wish he'd get along and do it, because we heard about this script being needed rewrites. This was like a year or two ago, and we still haven't heard if anyone ever got around to working that script out, or if they're still using that script. Is it dead? Who knows? Crystal Lake got a series update from A24, and apparently they're going to release it on Peacock, which I'm not a big fan of. But it's going to get a December 2026 release date. What do you guys think about that? We're going to get the Crystal Lake series by Christmas, hopefully. Lee Croin's The Mummy trailer dropped, which looks alright. It's about kids, I guess, visited Egypt. They go disappearing for a few years. Then they're discovered in a pyramid, mummified, of course, but they come back home after being mummified for 8 years, I guess. It's more of a ghost story, I guess. And it was even going to be retitled to Resurrected, but then they chose not to title it Resurrected. Just keep the Mummy name. Even though Brendan Fraser's coming back to do another Mummy, not going to be confusing at all, I'm sure. Monarch Season 2 dropped its first official teaser trailer, which looks very good on the internet. Go check that out. Scream 7 is coming out February 27th, so just next month, guys, and we haven't really got any advertisements for Scream 7 yet, but I'm looking forward to it. It's got a couple of actresses from the Taylor Sheridan universe, so you know I'm definitely going to be in on that. Practical Magic 2, big announcement here, guys. If you're a big fan, Practical Magic, like I am, go check out the book that's coming out. Apparently, there is a book from Alice Hofferman, a novel titled The Book of Magic, coming out September 2026. And this book is apparently going to be what the second film is based on. So very interesting stuff there. I didn't realize the first movie was based off a book, but that makes it actually more special in my mind. Stranger Things Season 5 had record-breaking Netflix and Nielsen number charts, as well as It, Welcome to Derry series. And we know they've got an announcement for Season 2 coming by 2027. I think that's still a long time off. But we're getting new Game of Thrones content with the Night of the Seven Kingdoms about to premiere on HBO. Hoping that's going to be a really big hit for them. A lot more stuff coming out. Like I said, I'm watching the Maze Runner trilogy on Netflix. I finished the first film, Maze Runner, and it was better than I remembered it. Going on to the Scorcher Trials, and then eventually the Death Cure. So be on the lookout for those. Like I said, I'm watching the Witcher series. Almost done with it. Got 2 more episodes left. So be on the lookout for that. I want to thank you all for watching my channel, supporting my videos. If you have any questions, comments, anything, leave them down below. And you can also support me by supporting my channel on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, anywhere you guys can. I very much would appreciate it. Until next time, guys and gals, signing off. Have a good one, and live long and prosper. Real quick, before I sign off, I do want to say I've been watching some Deep Space Nine. I'm liking it a lot. Season 1 is, it's got its growing pains. I'm almost finished with the first season, so I'll probably be doing a video on that as well. Alright, guys. Ciao. Have a good one.